Welcome to the GCSE Maths Advantage. I'm Dr. James Carter, and every episode I'm going to break down one topic, show you where the marks are, and give you a quick win you can use in your next exam. Whether you're targeting a grade 7 or pushing for a 9. Let's get into it.
Hook. This single line, simplify and rationalise 3 over square root of 5 minus 2, cost more marks than almost any other small question on recent higher papers. It looks short, but a tiny sign error or a missed simplification turns a 3-mark question into 0. Stick with me and I'll show the exact 3 lines an examiner wants to see.
Section 1. The concept. Let's start with the laws of indices. These are the rules you must have memorized and understood, not guessed. If a is a positive number and m and n are any integers, a to the m multiplied by a to the n is a to the m plus n. A to the m divided by a to the n is a to the m minus n. A to the m all to the n is a to the m times n. A to the 0 equals 1 and a to the minus n equals 1 over a to the n. These follow directly from repeated multiplication. There's nothing mystical here.
Practical examples help. X squared times x to the minus 5 equals x to the 2 minus 5 equals x to the minus 3, which we write as 1 over x cubed. And fractional indices, a to the half means square root of a, and a to the m over n means the nth root of a to the m. Convert between radicals and fractional powers whenever it makes the algebra simpler. Now, surds. A surd is an exact square root, like root 2, that can't be simplified to an integer. The key skill is factorizing inside the radical, so you extract perfect squares. Example, root 72 equals root 36 times 2 equals root 36 times root 2 equals 6 root 2. Say it out loud when you work it. Factor the 36, take the square root, leave the remainder under the root. Trust the process. When to rationalise. If a question asks you to give an answer in the form a plus b root c, or simply rationalise the denominator, then you must remove any surd from the denominator. For a single-term denominator, like 1 over root x, multiply top and bottom by root x. For a two-term denominator, like 1 over a plus root b, multiply by the conjugate, a minus root b, to use difference of squares and create a rational denominator. Section 2. The exam technique. Here's what the examiner is looking for with surds and indices. For a standard 3-mark rationalization question, you'll typically see a split like M1 for choosing the correct multiplier, the conjugate, M1 for correct expansion or simplification, and A1 for the final simplified answer. So even if you don't finish, write the multiplier clearly. That's a free mark. Write it down, don't just think it. Common method errors that lose marks. Multiplying by the wrong conjugate sign, forgetting to multiply both numerator and denominator, and failing to simplify perfect squares under the radical. Examiners love to see intermediate lines, show the multiplier, show the expanded numerator, and show the simplified denominator. That way, even if your arithmetic slips, you still collect method marks.
Section 3. The quick win. A 10-second routine you can use every time. 1. Look for perfect squares inside radicals and simplify those first. 2. If you must rationalise, write the conjugate directly above and below before you expand. 3. Multiply carefully and simplify common factors. 4. Finish with a fast numerical sanity check. Approximate the original expression to 2 decimal places and compare to your final form. That check catches sign errors and arithmetic slips far more often than you'd think. Practice walkthrough. Let's solve the hook question together, exactly as you'd write it in an exam. Question. Simplify and rationalise the denominator. 3 over square root 5 minus 2. Step 1. Write the conjugate on top and bottom. Multiply by square root 5 plus 2 over square root 5 plus 2. Write that down as your first line. That's M1.
Second line. Multiply the numerators.
3 multiplied by root 5 plus 2 equals 3 root 5 plus 6. Show that expansion clearly. Another method step, M1. In the denominator, use difference of squares. Root 5 squared minus 2 squared equals 5 minus 4 equals 1. That's the algebraic simplification you must show on the paper. Final line, simplify the fraction. 3 root 5 plus 6 over 1, which is simply 3 root 5 plus 6. Box the answer. That's A1. So the full set of lines you should write: 1. Multiply by the conjugate. 2. Expand numerator and simplify denominator. 3. State final simplified answer. 3 neat lines, 3 marks. Marks are there for the taking.
Common stumbles here: using the wrong sign in the conjugate, giving the denominator as 5 plus 4 instead of 5 minus 4, or stopping before you simplify the denominator. If you follow the 3-line routine, you avoid those traps every time. Let that sink in.
Quick final recap and CTA. 1 sentence, simplify inside the roots first, then rationalise with the conjugate, and always write the multiplicative step. That's your quick win for today. If this helped, share it with a friend who's revising. You'll find more worked solutions and revision resources at jcacademyonline.co.uk. Visit the site for a downloadable guide with 50 exam-style worked solutions. Stay curious.
That's your quick win for today. If this helped, share it with a friend who's revising. You'll find more worked solutions and revision resources at jcacademyonline.co.uk. Until next time, trust the process and nail that exam.